Let's start. First of all, welcome back to this kind of session, and thanks a lot to today's guest Kali Charan Dhara. And I am so much grateful because already we had a wonderful session, and then I messed up everything. I'm so much grateful to you, and thanks a lot for managing time for the second time for this wonderful session. As I'm introducing him to you all, that Kali Charan Dhara is a master's first sem student in University of Hyderabad or Hyderabad Central University, whatever you have said. And he applied for CUET PG, and he got admission to various central universities like BHU, DAV, and Pondicherry University, English and Foreign Language University, and then Central University of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and so on and so forth. So you can understand he has a good experience of this whole process of CUET and of admission. And he has completed his graduation from Acharya Sukumar Sen Mahavidyalaya under Bardhaman University. So I am now handing over the session to him. So first, one by one, whatever questions you guys have, you can ask him. First, let's start with the questions you have regarding CUET exam. You can ask him. So now I am handing over to him. Thanks a lot again for making time for this session. Now it's up to you, Kalicharan.
Good evening, all. Good evening, Ankita, and thank you for this opportunity for expressing my experience to all of interested people and to present in your Google Meet session. Thank you.
Now you guys, whatever questions you guys have, carry on one by one.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, as Ankita ma'am have said that you have graduated from Bardhaman University. So I want to ask that while you were going from Bardhaman to Hyderabad University, so was there any kind of marks deduction regarding that?
No, there was no such thing. No marks test nor any other things there. Your admission will be confirmed only based on CVT score. It doesn't matter from which university you came. It's the CVT score which matters here.
Okay, sir, I have got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So your marks in the exam, that will matter. It's not about what you have got in your graduation. So
not only in HCU, any other certain universities who have registered in CVT exam, all the universities have asked CVT score. This doesn't matter which university you belong.
Your marks will only matter to get admission in the universities in West Bengal. Other anywhere, they will check your talent. You have to appear for exam. You have to score good in that to get a seat there. So now, any other who will like to add? Aditya?
Ma'am, I have asked that question for that reason only, as I am from Calcutta University.
Yeah, I got it. No, you don't have any problem. You will not face any problem regarding to your marks of graduation. Oh, you have your classmate also here. Kali Charan, you have seen the text? Anyone have any other questions? Feel free to ask. Like there is, as I would like to mention that earlier when I used to conduct these sessions, Kali Charan was there in such sessions, and now he is the guest of today's session. So I want all of you to achieve more things and then share this experience. This is a platform of all of you. To help others and to share your experience and achieve success. But one question we have got, let's answer that, then we will go to my questions. But this question is like, how do you find EFLU different from your previous university? But he is not pursuing his masters from EFLU. He is doing from Hyderabad Central University. I have mentioned that. By the way, do you have any idea about English and Foreign Language University which you would like to share?
You can no, I don't have much.
Process. You can share the admission process, just what you mentioned in the previous video.
If lose admission process is like same as other universities process. So they prepared a merit list based on CUET score out of 400, and then the merit list is published one by one. First merit list, and though didn't have admitted in first list, then second list will come. That gradually say third list, fourth list, fifth list has also came. So that's the process. Admission list, merit list will come, and you have to submit your fees and necessary documents online. You have to mail those documents to the university, and after that they will provide a date, and you need to present on that date, and your admission will confirm then.
Okay, so it's okay. Let's go back to those questions. So first, you describe the whole experience, or like anything about the CUET exam and the like preparation or the procedure.
Okay. CUET, Common University Entrance Test. I have appeared in this examination 2022. In that year, 66 participant universities were there, and such number. It's greater number than previous year. So, and in CUET, we have two separate paper, part A and part B. Part B is the domain area. That means in English, that is English literature. Part A is a general paper. That is GK, GI, and basic math, reasoning, and current affairs. And in part B, you have to study what you have studied in graduation, and alongside few things like let me say literary terms. There was question about literary terms, periodic prosody, major literary movement, chronological idea of history of English literature, and you need to focus on British literature more, then Indian literature, African Canadian, and the current literary issues. It's like the award, Man Booker Prize, and Nobel laureates. It's important. And the one more thing I also mentioned previous is that you cannot avoid Shakespeare
Yeah,
at
that's what
all.
I
You
was
have to
going
study.
to say.
Yeah, you have to study Shakespeare. Not so deep, but and clear overview idea of all his plays, and criticism about his plays, and on him personal criticism is also questions. And for that, I would suggest a book, World Literature in Your Fist.
Exactly,
And
Prem Shankar
if you
Pandey.
study world literature, yes, Prem Shankar Pandey. If you study this book only for domain area, you will. I mean, if you study very thoroughly, you will certainly get your desired university. I'm not sure about JNU, but any other university other than JNU, you will get. And part A, as a literature student, and those who don't have a science background, they are kind of a fear of mathematics. So I would suggest practice mathematics daily for that area, and do not ignore part A, because part A is also play a vital role in CUET course score, because other than JNU didn't consider part A this year, but any other universities, those who have participated in CUET examination, have considered both part A and part B. And I found few friends, those who are preparing for UPSC or any other competitive examination, they scored less in part B and more in part A, and the overall score was good, so they got admission in their desired university. So I would suggest do not ignore, because as a literary student, I find this they cannot ignore part A. There is current affairs, many questions from current affairs, reasoning, basic mathematics. Those are not very tough, but if you don't prepare like that way, then you will mess up there. And I also faced such examination hall pressure. It was my first CBT test, so it's better if you have experience as CBT test before, and that's all I have to say about CBT examination.
I think in NTA's website there is an option of giving a mock test of CBT also. So you guys can check. And about the book of world literature in your fist, I think that book is provided in my group. If it's not, I will provide. So that's a very important book. You also should follow that. And again, about the part A, which in previous day also we were discussing, that I asked him that the level of this UET part A, is it same with net paper 1 or is it easier? As Kalicharan said that it is easier than net paper 1 also. So I will suggest that I have seen that even those who are preparing for net, those are from English literature, they are confident about the paper 2 in net as the subject paper, but in paper 1 they are very much afraid of that, those maths reasonings, they don't are feel that we are not such good at in those things. But those things are not that tough. If you see, like, other competitive exams levels are very high for these questions. So in compared to that, in net or in this entrance exams, so the level of math or reasoning is like quite moderate. If you just solve some of the questions and you have the basic knowledges of like till class 10, you can easily answer those questions. So you can practice from as I was discussing with him also previously, you can solve those net papers also, net paper 1, and paper 2 also you can solve net paper. So you will say the net paper is very level is very high, you don't need to go to that like 2018, 19, 20 paper, but you can easily solve the 2004, 5, 6, because those papers are very easy. Those paper and now the level of master's paper have now become similar, because in net they don't now ask those easy questions, but those questions will be useful for your master's preparation. So you can solve those questions also. Now like the admission procedure, now let's go to the next procedure question. You want to add something?
And, yes. In addition with that, I would suggest the aspirants can go with previous year's question paper of various universities M.A entrance previous question paper. You can check those papers. It will help you.
Yeah, I think like as in like when CET used to happen, so those level was not so much high, but people can easily solve those JNU, DU, BHU, like those university used to have their entrance like separately, but those question papers also same. One thing you have to remember, that all these exams are organized by NTA. So there will be similarity, like he said the chronology. So chronology questions are very favorite of NTA. Like if you give any exams conducted by NTA, you will see those. Even when I gave the exam of BHU, that was also conducted by NTA, there were many questions of chronological questions were there. Even in net you will see lots of chronological questions. So chronology is very important when you are preparing for like any exam related to English literature, and you need to solve those previous year papers of DU. It's not that okay, I am not preparing for DU, so I don't need to solve the DU paper. It's not like that. If you are preparing for any university, you should solve like all the other papers which are available, previous year papers. So that's very important thing. Any other thing you will like to add?
No.
Okay, so the next question is after giving the exam, so like the admission procedure to various universities.
Yeah. After giving the exam, the NTA has issued their scorecard, and after that, it was a hectic situation for us, because after we were the new batch, like we were not aware of this process before, and after scorecard issued. The process is that many university, I mean all the participating university will open their respective forms, and you have to fill those forms from their respective website, so then you have to, I mean, pay. Few universities have you have to pay fees, application form fees, and then you have to wait for their merit list or counseling call list. Then if like other university, Pondicherry University, FLU, they have issued their merit list first, and they will like send you a link to pay the fees and necessary documents to be sent them via email, and your admission will be confirmed, and they will provide a date. You have to be present there. In terms, I mean, if we go with HCU admission process, it's a kind of different. It's a little bit different from other universities. Um, like they has released merit list, not merit list, counseling list. You say they call this counseling list. So it's like a big number of students they called. Like for general students, general category students, they've called more or less 8 times. I mean, there is 24 seats for general category, and they called like 194 students for counseling, and for respective reserve category, they called almost 10 times students. Okay, and among them, few got admission and few not admitted here. That's how the process has been done here. And one more thing I would like to add here, that and a specific information that HCU has not released their cutoff list. Other universities like all other universities have released. I don't know about BHU has released their merit list or cutoff list or not, but all other universities has released their cutoff list, cutoff marks, but HCU didn't release. So I prepared a cutoff list for general category students. They called 194 students, and among them, that is, I mentioned before, 24 seats are there, but 96 rank holder also got admission. And SC, there is 8 seats for SC, and 42 rank holder also got admission. 8 seats only, and they called 80 students, and among them 42 rank holder also got admission. And ST, that is 4 seats, and 7th rank holder also got admission. OBC, for OBC that is 15 seats, and 90 rank holder also got admission. EWS, that is 5 seats, PH 3 and DP 3, that is separate seats for them. So I'm not pretty sure about those EWS, PH and DP. But the cutoff, if I say cutoff, for general, it was first counseling cutoff was 293 out of 400. For SC, it was 197 out of 400. ST, 240. And OBC, I'm not pretty sure about that person who got 90 rank. Maybe she has left, and after 90, the person, if someone left after first counseling admission, and if you came here and sign your name, if you're present for the counseling, they will call you. For the second counseling. And the very important thing, you need to come here. As you can understand, for general there is 24 seats, and 96 rank holder also got admission. 96, can you imagine? So like maybe you people, you guys will think my rank is 96, 94 will got admission. Then why I should go there? Because if I say my experience, like from Bengal to Hyderabad, it was my admission was also not sure, but I came and I got admitted. So I would like to request clearly to all of you, if you are your list in counseling list, please come HCU and present for the counseling. And if you not got admitted here, you will see how the Institute of Eminence, 3 universities have this title, like JNU, BHU and HCU. So you will see how Institute of Eminence works. Anyway, you will explore here. Literally you will explore very interesting things are here. So that's the
previous day, like when previous list comes of DU and JNU, people go there, so seats vacant here, and they only call the students who came for the counseling. So as I told you that this session you will get to know many things which you will not get to know from anywhere. So this is such information, so you can understand like going for the counseling is how much important. So as he said that if anyone wanna get admission in HCU, if his rank is whatever rank you have, you should go to the counseling. That's a very important thing.
Because the local people, yes, the people from Kerala, Tamil Nadu, if they are least rank, I mean last, like they 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 uh,
They will come.
they also came, and I have found a friend from outside of Hyderabad. His rank was SC 75. He also came. There is 8 seat only, but he came for counseling. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's easy to say that you rank 75. How can I go from Bengal to Hyderabad? And there is no such security for admission. Even, I mean, after all of that, I would say, please come.
Yeah. So here another thing I will love to, because when I have seen it, especially for the girls, when they wanna go for higher studies to like far away, especially out of the states, you have to answer many questions. People will ask, what's the need of going there? There you can study here only. But you know, you have to convince them, because you have to understand going to a you are going to the best universities of India. So you can there will be difference. As I was asking him, I will again ask him the questions like what is the difference like studying in any universities and to a best universities of India. And one difference which I have understood, like I have understood from my personal experience, like when you will be in one best universities, so when you will like aim higher, that will be normalized, you know. So you will get that you know the vision to like aim higher, to dream higher, that will be normalized. But when you will be in a like any other university that is normal, there it will appear like you know, you will feel that okay, I am the best here, I am studying already very good, so what's the need of studying more. But when you will be in a best universities, your competitors will be in a very good position. You have to compete with them. You will all like continuously try to be better than what you are now. So that's a very good thing, I think, the best part of being in a good university. So I think we can go to these questions only. Like, what's your experience in studying in HCU?
As you say, I like to continue this your speech. Like, back to my university, it's like my thinking was like, if I get net, then yeah, it's a very big thing. But here, like, who talks about net? They talks about GRF only. And I found few guys from, not from English, but various other departments who have qualified for UGC NET GRF in their first attempt and in first year of their masters. And yeah, if you say my experience, like today we have IWE via literary theory, a symposium, and today the whole like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. it was all day session. And so, you know, every week, or I don't say every week, but every month you find such seminars, and the people from various reputed universities like IIT Madras, IFLU, and as like reputed Central University, Guwahati University. One of professors came and lectured about post-structuralism, and one came from other universities and talked about post-colonialism. So that things you will explore more. And uh, um, a week ago, there was also a symposium on IWE publishing, and we have pleased to have talk with Urvasi Butalia from Kali Publishing House from Delhi. So it was, you know, not only the study environment. It's good in
And just
every
interrupting you,
university.
sorry for I just want to mention that Urbusi Butalia is the writer of a very good book, Other Side of Silence. That's a very good book for partition. Okay, please continue. Sorry
Yes,
to interrupt you.
she is feminist writer also and wrote up many work on partition literature. um, and if you say as study environment, we have Pramod sir, PK Nair sir. Everybody knows about, I think,
As I said
about,
him
about
the
him.
earlier
Don't
day
need to
that
explain.
yeah, I am jealous of you that you are like learning from PK Nair sir, whose book we are studying. I think you all know about. He has written many books on history of English literature, literary theory. Because I don't think there is any other better book than the Pramod K. Nair's literary theory book. So the students of HCU are getting to learn from such people, such eminent professors daily, so you can understand. So there will be difference from studying such universities and studying a normal university. Please carry on.
And other than that, we have also Anna Kulia ma'am, who has, literally lots of research he has done. She has done, sorry, and under her, many scholars have done research on Shakespeare, and our department is famous for Shakespeare based research, and it was about uh, our syllabus is also like research oriented. I mean, if you go with the net syllabus and net questions and our syllabus, then you will find these similarities, because um, our syllabus is mainly focused on research. So if one is one just only a MA degree or MA English degree, I would suggest it's hard to you for to came here, because you won't be do that. I mean, if you have a UPSC dream, you want to go UPSC or any other competitive exams, then I would suggest do not come here for that reason only. If you want to go into your masters uh, and want to stay in academic field and learn, not to stay in academic field, to learn very thoroughly, then you should come here, because um, our syllabus is according to that. And as I want to say, uh, net and our syllabus doesn't go very widely. If you study net, then you have to give a separate time for that, you know and this is the main thing I got here. And that is also, I mean, it's different, it's completely different, back to my study and thinking process. It's completely different here, and refreshing myself day by day here.
Okay. We got another question in the chat box that how did you prepare for GK for CUET exam?
um I yes hmm. I borrowed a book, Monohar Pandey sir. I mean, I cannot remember his name. Uh, GK, a common GK book. It's English version, and I regularly read English newspapers for that reason. And mostly GK has came like literary, not literary, uh, from two or more who comes from a defense area, and few. I mean, like that way. Current affairs and GK are like similar from that way. I've studied a book. I cannot remember this the book's name right now. It's like Monohar. The writer would be like Monohar Pandey. I mean, something like that. But you can read any other YouTube sources. There is various YouTube channels who provide GK and current affairs daily. So
Yeah. Okay.
or math. I want to say about this math. If you afraid of math, then you need to go with thoroughly how I mean, in which from which fields math question have came. And you don't need to study all types of
Options.
mathematics which come usually come in competitive exams, or in net paper one. You don't need to go with that way. um, you have to find out from which part or which types of questions have asked, and prepare accordingly, and which part you have not studied well, or you are doubt on that. So mark that, or write down this topic and prepare accordingly. And There was a book. I was reading a Bengali book. It's kind of um, uh, all people have studied this book for any other competitive exams, mathematics and reasoning. So sorry for that. I'm currently not remember that.
Okay, it's okay. And will you
You
mention
can
some
go in.
sections from which, as you said that from all the sections maths are not coming. So will you can you mention some sections from which questions are coming in CUET?
Yeah. Um in my years, speed related question was there, and further age don't know, age related
Yes.
mathematics, and basic reasoning was there, and previous year is it was like a clock related question. Um, these types of question were there.
Okay, I think we got another questions. Let me read that. There are a plethora of books suggested for history of English literature. Which book would you suggest for an absolute beginner? So, what's your answer on that?
I personally suggest Albert, though Albert is not much deeper, but I have studied Albert, but you can go with James Long also,
Yeah, as you
William J. Long.
said, beginner friendly. So if you face, you can go with Albert. But if you face difficulty when as a beginner to read Albert, you can go with William J. Long, because that is written in a much easier language. Or there is another book which I haven't read. I don't have that book, but I heard from my friends and seniors that Will Hudson. I can't remember the full name. There is a history of English literature book of Hudson. That book is a very like it's a very short book, but everything is given for a like beginner friendly way. So if you wanna like go for that, after reading that you can go for other books, because only reading that book will not work. So you have to study other books also for in detail study. Okay, and as you mentioned about the question like how much marks you need to get HCU, but another question was how much marks one need to get in CUET PG for getting admission in JNU. So you mentioned that in the earlier video. Please repeat that.
JNU. So JNU's cutoff was 99%, and they only consider Part B previous year. Um, Out of 300, the cutoff was 99%. Though there is various things for this cutoff, because JNU admission list is slightly different. There are deprivation points uh, uh, from backward districts, and or single girl or something, like there is a something quota of girl students for girl students, and deprivation points also there. So combine this, the cutoff was 99%. And I personally observed that if you score um, 270, 270 to 278, 270 to 280 out of 300, uh, you can get JNU out of 300.
Okay.
And
So you
it's
have to score pretty good because answering 280 out of the 300 in that question, okay, you have to work hard, but yes, you can do this. Another question is about this question was asked by someone in the group about like the placement of HU. So when I got the question, I thought when I was going to ask you in previous day, I thought you will say okay, placement doesn't happen, because normally what I have seen that for English normally placement doesn't happen, like in even in the central universities also. I haven't heard much about like the placement yet in BHU also for English students. Like placement happens for other, like science oriented course, placement is there. But when I heard your experience, I was literally feel very good. So please let all of them know about the placement of HCU for English literature students.
yeah. Um, Previous year there was campus placement, and the average package was 6 lakh per annum, and somebody got 10 lakh package per annum. So various MNC as recruit uh, and from various departments of HCU, and in our department also campus placement took place, and the post was like kid writing, and a few got chance like in journalism, the script writing, and various that's like uh, placement was there, and few got teaching assistant in various schools here, private schools. So if you do good in their respective um, interviews, and you will be you can get those, because in uh, generally what happened, no universities have like for English literature student there is no campus placement, only in HU, it's here only in HU. And uh, besides all of these things, you can do intensive like work from home part-time intensive while studying here in HU from any department. Our university has collaborated with a private institution.
Now everything is sorted, recording is happening. Okay, so can you please start again from the
Oh,
internshala thing? Because I was going, when you talked about the placement, I was thinking to mention about these things. As you have started, please go on. As you were saying that you are doing an internship in internshala. So carry on that.
no, I'm not doing any internship because for this semester we have less time. So I am enrolled, but they send me mails every day uh, for do internship. But I'm not doing any internship right now. Uh, I will be doing like after first semester.
Okay. This is, when you were saying about the placement, I was thinking, in when we are studying in English literature, a common thing is like among the students that only option we have in normally in academic field or teaching. It's a general perception, but you don't know how much scope English literature students actually have, because every MNC, like small or big, every company has they recruit English literature students for content writer, creative writer, or any other post. They'll need those students. And like I have seen I have seen my seniors to work in such fields. I have seen my friends also. And as he said internship, like I also thought when I started my PG that I should explore these options also. So I thought I will do some internships with my masters also. But then like we have so much pressure, like semesters are going in 3 months and we have to read so much things. I couldn't manage it. As he said, I in my phone still I have the internshala app, and I have seen like I have also got some calls also, because I apply it, because but then they called, okay, just send your CV. And I have become so much lazy that I haven't yet made my CV also, because I have so much work to do for my masters and these and that. So I have decided, okay, now like let's because I have seen my friends who are doing such internships and who are thinking of pursuing their careers, and I have seen my seniors also who are working in such fields. And they said that I talked with them, so they said that first they started with this kind of things like internshala, or you can use LinkedIn. You will get to know many things. So you should utilize these apps, and you should explore these career options also. I very much regret, because I really wanted to explore other options also, to get to know what I actually want. But now this COVID system has messed up so much, like we are not getting to time to do anything. But you guys should do these things. Anything you want to add on this topic?
No, you have everything sorted quite well.
Okay, so the next question is about the hostel, like as a HCU hostel and food.
Yeah, if I talk about hostel, it's there is no universities, no other universities who provide you hostel on that very day of admission. It's only HU on spot. Uh, when your admission will over, uh, then in the same place you have to sit for you have to fill the form. They will provide you computer and guide you. You have to fill the forms and pay there. The diversity, you will find diversity here. And for my state there is 11 students, 11 fellow classmates is from West Bengal and various parts of West Bengal. Some from Mednipur, Nadia, and Kolkata sites, and from other districts. They came here. 11, you know, among 56 students, 11 from our West Bengal, and like 15 others from Kerala and Bihar, Jharkhand, Maharashtra. You will find diversity in your class. And if I say about difficulties with coping up with the classes, yeah, I find not so much difficulty, but few. I mean, fast classes. First week it was like um, a little tough because you know um, because